TLO, what's poppin'? We are on Twitch. We're not live, but you can leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notification bells. Let's continue to grow the family from Chicago to the UK. Right behind me, you see it. Little warning screen. We are watching Jeremy Clarkson. I don't know if this is his real personality or this is just like a TV character he's playing, but it's a little racist. So there it is. There's the warning. All in the fun of comedy, though. Clarkson making fun of American Compilation 1. Don't forget, we do got Twitch live streams. Usernames at the bottom of the screen. And we also got Patreon 7 days a week. UK movies, TV shows, and Premier League highlights. Link to all that stuff's in the description. Talk to me.
Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. No copyright infringement intended. All rights belong to their respective owners.
All right. I'm not going to get offended. I don't need the warning screen. I got this.
And if this were America, it would be full of people doing whatever it is they do. Incest, mostly.
We've seen this one. And when he touches on incest, he's not talking about like Chicago, New York, Florida. Well, not Miami, not South Florida. Maybe Northern Florida, Alabama, Kentucky. He talking about them. Continue.
God, Florida's awful. Nasty insects, old people, fat people, a lot of people who all offer you cheese. You want cheese with that? You want cheese with that? And then shoot you. It also
He's right. That's what Florida people do. 100%.
So says it has a completely flat belly. The only thing in America that has.
Yeah, good news for...
Let me fix my shirt because it looked like I got man boobs and he talking about fat people. So let me get right. Respectably, YouTube, I don't condone any bringing down of anybody's body or anything. Everybody is created by God.
Rural inbreds this week. Hummer, the people who make those enormous pseudo-military off-roaders, you know, this sort of thing, they have come out with a new range of aftershave and smelly stuff. There it is, Hummer. It's the first name that springs to me. Would you have a look at that? There you go.
Yeah.
It's nice.
When you open the top, listen to the sound.
Yes, exactly. Ode to banjo.
Guaranteed not to repel your sister.
Yes.
Well, talk about more incest jokes. First and foremost, who is buying Hummer, the vehicle? Who is buying cologne from them? They make vehicles, and then they sold it to GMC. They didn't even do a good job. So, like, no, we're not doing that. If you bought Hummer body wash, you're down bad. You're probably single as we speak.
Say it was a holiday, but actually it was a fly drive holiday, so it wasn't a holiday at all, because of course you get to the car hire desk and there's the gormless man with the spiky hair and he types War and Peace into his computer for 16 hours and then he doesn't know where England is and he steals your driving license and then he directs you to a car park where your car isn't. Is it? You see, the problem is that the Americans aren't good on colours, and so you pay a fortune for the damn thing and they say you can have it in red, white, black, yellow or blue. What do we think?
Steady.
That's pretty accurate. Red, yellow, black, yellow. That's accurate.
It's only just quickly, okay? News from America, land of the free. They've announced in Florida that it's now legal. That's legal for bikers to ride their motorcycles without a crash helmet.
We covered this already.
As long as they can prove they've got $10,000 worth of health insurance. Well, that's just stupid. Apart from anything else, what's the point of insuring Americans' head? There's nothing in it.
Yes, Miami, home to all the most successful drug dealers. This year's Mr. Big Mac and Silicon Valley. All very glamorous.
I was in a...
He didn't tell a lie. That's not offensive. Miami is the land of drug dealers. Like, this is where all the drug dealers come to retire or thrive. Like, it is. Like, that's not a lie. YouTube, I don't condone that. Drug-free is the way to be there.
America a couple of years ago filming. This took place in Texas, which is the biggest car dealership in the world. The frontage is a mile long. And I said to the guy who owned it, "What do you sell here?" And he went, "We sell a lot." And he mispronounced every single one. I go, Hyundai, Mitsubishi, Toyota, Nissan, Jaguar, BMW. Every single one of them was wrong. And you call it Hyundai.
I prefer Hyundai.
I agree with you. The American...
Everything's bigger in Texas. They overdo a lot of stuff. They got... I ain't even gonna say it, because I previously said I don't body shame anybody, so move along.
Americans are very bad at some things. They can't say aluminium.
It's aluminum. Aluminium sounds like a periodic table element or something in Avengers. What is that? Aluminium? Isn't that what Tony Stark made Jarvis out of? What is that?
And they can't win a war without our help, but...
The Moroso Motorsports Park is unusual in America because it has left-handed turns and some which go right as well. Perhaps that's why it was deserted, too complicated for the colonials. Or maybe everyone had been murdered.
Some say that he's a CIA experiment that went
This is just Jeremy?
wrong, and that he only eats cheese. All we know is he's not the Stig, but he is the Stig's American cousin.
You know, I never heard of people thinking that we ate a lot of cheese in America. Is that a real thing? The British people have to eat way more. I learned the most I've ever known about cheese through y'all. So that's not even a fair assessment. Y'all taught me about Gouda. You know what I'm saying? Sharp cheddar with Swiss. I didn't even know there were so many different types of cheddar. Like, what do y'all like? Mature cheddar. Well, that's y'all.
Big stick!
The Corvette enthusiast in America is quite...
Heavy.
Yes, they're bigger gentlemen, are they not?
Big bone.
Well, one of them visited the museum this week and this happened. Mania, and we said a couple of years ago that this is the best road in the world. However, many Americans say, and they do tend to know everything, that AK's down here in M16.
Shut up.
And a vote Republican flyer.
American.
You're American?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of a Corvette. Even like the new ones, they still, I don't know.
Oh.
You can't be, you're nowhere near fat enough.
Liter Hemi V8.
And it'll be rubbish.
How do you possibly know? You haven't driven it, they haven't built it yet.
Because it's American. All American cars are rubbish. I was over there the other day and I...
No, this wasn't rubbish. This is actually mind and life-changing car. They talking about the Dodge. What is this? This is a Dodge. Yeah. The Dodge. This is the predecessor to the Hellcat. What is it? I don't even know.
Drove that Chrysler 300C SRT8. Have you ever pictured that thing?
Yes.
That's nice.
Appalling in every way.
Why?
Remind me, who were the last 4 teams in the World Cup? All European. Women's finalists at Wimbledon, both European. Men's finalists, both European. Everything anyone ever does in any walk of life is done better by Europeans, and it's the same with cars.
Granted, apart from...
I don't know. Y'all don't have no muscle to y'all car. Yeah, I mean, they're cool. They have sleek designs, but they're not the best. I'm not impressed by them. Especially like the UK. What do y'all got? Bentley? And don't Germans make the Bentley? According to Top Gear. I learned that on Top Gear.
With American muscle cars, which only the Americans
Why would you want an American muscle? It's rubbish!
They're exciting.
It's rubbish! It's like a tractor!
Right.
If you're thinking of coming to America, this is what it's like. You got your comfort
We've seen this one.
in, you got your Best Western, you got your Red Lobster where you eat. Everybody's very fat, everybody's very stupid, and everybody's very rude. It's not the holiday programme, it's the truth.
Been filming in America, am I right?
Some of the stuff he be telling the truth, but like a lot of it be cap.
Yes, and I went to America a lot, and I had loads of things to tell you about America, and then I got there, and everybody backstage is American.
Well,
so it's a lovely place.
Well, no, you see, I'm going to see whether you have... So when you meet Americans, because you're not a fan of America, are you, or American culture?
No. I don't know, actually.
I feel like he went to all the wrong places in America. I guarantee has he been to Chicago? He would love Chicago. He would absolutely adore Chicago. Don't go in the winter, but like go like summertime Chicago. I don't think there's nothing that beats that.
Because as you well know, and I'm sure anyone who's been to America knows, it's when you get to that Mr. Big Mac who's running the immigration desk, and you know you can't be funny, you can't be cheeky, you have... Because you know that he's going to send you to the back of the queue.
Well, this changes.
Yeah.
So we've got, in America, this is very literal in America.
Yeah. Well, they don't have anyone speaking other languages, though, which is why American cars always have the words for what it is written on it on the switches.
Oh, right.
It says cigarette, lighter, horn, light. Whereas everywhere else in the world where there are other languages,
they know what
it's
it is.
symbols.
Yeah.
That's just how stupid they are.
I never noticed that. Maybe, but what year was this? It's symbols now. It's not written. I'm trying to think. No, it is written. It's a window. What an eye-opening experience I'm having.
They are very literal like that. It's like, they call glasses, or spectacles, eyeglasses. They have to specify where they go on your face.
No, but every other word is wrong. I mean, vest. No.
No.
Pants.
No.
No. When it gets to
We don't call this a vest. This is a blazer, right?
cars, sedan, hood, fender, freeway, interstate, sidewalk.
Trunk.
Trunk. Trunk is on the front of an elephant, not the back of a saloon car, but they have no idea.
Yeah. What do y'all call it? The boot? So y'all call the trunk the boot? Don't that go on somebody's foot? A boot? So how you gonna tell us about saying trunk? Oh, it goes on an elephant. Well, a boot go on somebody's foot.
Gas. Gas. They call a liquid gas.
Okay. Fair play. Fair play. I always wonder why y'all called it petrol station instead of gas station, but that makes sense. It's a gas. It's that. It's not a liquid. Because petrol is a liquid. It makes sense. We can't put.
There are other examples of this Americanness too.
For instance, in most cars, all the buttons have symbols on them, so, you know, whatever
We've covered this, Jeremy. Get over it.
everything does. But in this, everything's written in English.
What car is this?
Because, of course, the whole world speaks English, doesn't it? To someone at Cadillac,
But you gotta be fair. How many people are importing American vehicles to Europe? Not a lot. Like now they just started doing it with the Jeeps.
came across what in America is
You can't go in anywhere in Europe and they selling Dodges. You know what I'm saying? Like in America you could do that. Like they selling everything.
a very rare book called an atlas.
In it, they found many strange and exotic places that weren't America. And one of these places was a continent called Europe. And in Europe, they found a country called Germany. And in Germany, they found something called the Nürburgring.
And nor is it the fact that if you buy an American car, you're going to have to commit acts of love with your cousin. And the whole
He's still on incest?
space frame is made from aluminum. Whatever that is.
It's aluminum, man. It's not how y'all say it? Aluminium? That don't even roll off the tongue right. You gotta think about that before you say it.
System is showing the fast food icons.
First thing it goes to, the default setting, fast food. How American is that? It can't find London, can't find France, but it'll find you a burger. Iraqi restaurants.
better not come up with them.
Well, that shut her up.
The South it is Christian, short hair, they don't like communists.
They really do have an irony deficiency. I honestly believe that in
It's just a lot of prejudices that he's displaying, which, I mean, you know, fair play.
certain parts of America now, people have started to mate with vegetables.
He must have just watched American Pie or something. That's tough.
What they'll do is they'll strip out all the interior carpets, radio, and that saves £40, or which in America is lunch, isn't it?
Who said Hummer?
Right, you're thinking.
No, they're consistent.
The UK got fat people. I watched a documentary where somebody went to the fattest town in the UK, and there was all fast food restaurants, no salad places. So how can you talk about America being fat when y'all big too? All y'all backs big. Y'all the second biggest backed country in the world, right? Behind us, fair play, but nevertheless.
Constantly ugly across their range of one car.
And they're designed by Americans who have the aesthetic ability of giraffes.
Which means 0 to 60 will be under 4 seconds.
And the best thing is it makes you 27% more attractive to your sister.
Why would the South Koreans nuke Hammersmith?
They use American guidance systems.
Look, we're going off topic again.
It's basically underneath. It's a mistake.
This is a terrible car. Whoever designed this did a terrible job, and I'm glad it's done. I don't see a lot of these no more.
Mercedes SLK. It was designed by a British person, and it's been built in Germany. So that's a car for America to be proud of.
Really safe car.
So he was like saying it was a good car. It's trash. That was trash.
If you crash it. Apparently not. Here is one that's been crashed, and that doesn't look too
but that's run into an American's buttock.
I spilled my burger!
You can
He's dropped his styrofoam car. Oh, hell, I've gone and run into my wife. One of her cheeks has done that to the front of my car.
That's a mess.
No, it's can you play rugby in it?
Rugby?
Yeah, no, rugby. It's, if you're watching in America, rugby's a bit like American football, only it's played by men.
I ain't gonna lie, rugby is a different type. You a different breed of human playing that. You don't care about CTE, you don't care about your spine, any of your joints, nothing.
So really, we do have 2 Top Gear top tips for you tonight. 1, yes, you can buy rather than rent. And 2, don't go to America.
All right. Fair play.